I don't know if y'all can tell it, but I've got a storm building up back here. Michael needs me to set the stubs for the conduit, for the electrical and the water coming into the building, and then the sewage going out of the building over there on that side. So we're gonna do that right now. Hopefully we can do it before the storm hits, and y'all can watch along. So Michael's got us dug out here for our conduits, and I'm gonna measure, put that little piece of tape about where I want to cut this off, because he's dug us out to about right there level. And so I'm dry fitting this piece, this sweep that comes up is gonna go under here and anchor to our rebar over here. And so we need to cut this off right now. Okay. Clean those burrs off. We're gonna have two conduits coming into here, and one of them's gonna carry electrical, and one of them is for my PEX line that brings my water into my building. And one thing I want to do is, this conduit has a bell end on one side and a regular end on the other. I want the bell end facing the direction where I'm running my wires from and my water lines from. Reason being is because this sticks inside here, and I want to go that way, because if I flip this around and I'm running my wires this way, sometimes your wires can get caught on the edge of this. So I always face the bell toward the area where my wires are going to be coming from. So we're going to glue this with PVC glue. Once I get this, can you bring me that other sweep and those plugs, please?
Absolutely.
All right, now I'm going to cut 16 inches off this end with the bell on it, this leftover piece of pipe here. And then I've got another piece of this conduit over there. I'm gonna go cut 16 inches off of it too. Okay, just dry fitting this. This is what we got that's gonna sit down in that hole. And we're just gonna bring this around just like this, and then we're gonna anchor it where we want it. We want this vertical. We're gonna have two side by side. Thanks.
Okay.
It's my heavy lifter. Okay, I need to go figure out which way I'm going. All right, so this here, dripping glue all over me.
If you need more rebar, you can just pull up some of Michael.
He's got a bunch laying over here I may borrow. I say borrow, I paid for it all, so I think I can take it if I want it. I don't want him to come up short and have to go to the yard. And this is just regular PVC cement that we are gluing this conduit together with. Some of these electricians don't even glue this stuff, but I'm not some of these electricians, so I'm going to do it this way. So that's what that's going to look like once we get this anchored. I'm going to set that there. Stuff reminds me of the peanut fields.
Oh,
Grew
yeah.
up on a peanut farm, and we used to always do irrigation pipe with this, and so that primer and glue just brings that back. A lot of hard work. So that's the piece we got. Now, one other thing we need to do is we need to put caps in these so that we don't get a bunch of dirt, water, crud, whatever in them. Now, you can just stick these caps in, or you can glue them in. And If you glue them in, you got to cut them off. You just stick them in here like that. Then you can just pull them out. Now, they're not watertight if you just stick them in there, but they'll keep rainwater out here. And as long as we don't get any crazy flooding rains, they won't get in this anyway. So in these trenches, I'm gonna pour some sand just to have something for this stuff to set on. So this makes it where, like with sewage lines, stuff like that, you're able to smooth it out and level it a whole lot easier, which is not necessarily an issue with electrical conduit, but it will be with sewage lines because we gotta fall a certain grade. Drive this rebar here to anchor these two. Woo, that hit something hard down there. I'm going through the clay now. I've got to get this low enough that it is below the concrete. We don't want this sticking up. I wanted a long one, but I think I could have used the shorter one. All right. So this is our height of our slab. So now we're below it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to seat this I'm way down in a hole here. Let's seat this conduit kind of where I want it. Then I'm going to take just some electrical tape and we're going to go around this conduit here. Okay, that's what we want right there. We got it sticking up, and if we need to, it looks like it kind of needs to go that way, so I can put a little more sand under it on that end, and that'll raise that up. But I'm gonna do nothing but shift it around while I'm putting this one in, so I'll wait to do that till we get them both where we want them. See, my goal out here working on this stuff is to see if I can make Michael laugh or if he'll call me out on anything. He's been pretty nice so far about my like 6-year-old drawings of where I want my doors. But in fairness, I had to get up to get to work like 5:45, and I wake up, go in the bathroom, and she's left me a note. Michael needs a drawing of where the doors are going. And I had like 10 minutes to get it done, so these two they're being a pain in my work day. Now then, those are in where we want them. This one can come this way a little bit. Oh, I'm 49.
You climbed out of that really well, too.
I know, that's why I said that. This is what's nice about sand, is you can just move it with your fingers really easy and get that where you want it.
Do you need another bag?
No, this will be plenty. That's just to hold it where it is. I think I like where those are.
Great.
And here's a good idea. We're gonna measure from the foundation to the end of the pipe, and we're at right about 3 feet. So we'll know to dig 3 feet whenever we get ready to bring in these water lines and electrical lines. Storm hit, guys. It ran us out of there. Didn't quite get that drain line put in. We'll have to see that lightning over there. We'll have to get that drain line in the morning. You can see over there that porta potty, it blew completely over. Luckily it was just delivered, so I don't think we had any spills, but it shows you how hard the wind's blowing right now. It'll be enough to run us out of work, I'm sure, but probably not get much rain. That's usually how it goes, but I don't think I'm gonna have any daylight left to get to this drain pipe today. So we will do that first thing in the morning. Y'all stay safe out there. All right, I got my arm put on this Y here. I'm trying to figure out, I want to come right inside this form, or this pier. I think right about there is where I want to be. So we're going to cut a piece right there. This toilet will come up in this area somewhere, so we're going to cut this off first. Let's see if we can get this cut off. So I'm dry fitting all this stuff, which means I'm not gluing it together because I want to get it just right. 20 inches right there. So we're looking at cutting about a 10-inch piece for that. There and right there. All right, that should be our system. What we need right now, dry fit. And I'm going to take this long piece off so that I can set this down in my trench and make sure that it's all going to fit. And we need stacks, which are the pipes that come up. This one, we may just cut this in half and use it. 49, so 24 and a half. We gotta make sure we're gonna come up above the concrete here. We will. This kind of chipped this a little bit, so I'm going to put an arrow making sure that I point that up, because this will get cut off in the final steps of plumbing. So this ain't glued, but there's my rough end. The line on the right goes to a toilet. One on the left goes to a stack that'll supply the drainage from the upstairs bathroom. And this one is going to come up a wall, hopefully. I think that's about right on that wall, so we'll adjust it a little bit if we need to, but that's what the stack's going to look like. I'm going to glue it together right quick, and then I'll show you the finished product. Okay, this was a quick deal. I had to put this septic drain in for the toilet for the stack, and I've got some sand poured down there for a bed, set it in there, stubbed it off, and then I anchored it to keep it pretty straight up. We'll kind of level it as we're doing the concrete, or if I need to put something else in there to keep it a little more level, we can do that too. So to keep things out of your pipes while you're doing this, you can buy these little test caps. They're like, I think these were 72 cents. They just slide inside there. You can see that just like that, and that'll keep everything out of there while you're doing your concrete pour and all that. You don't want to get concrete poured in there or anything. So there it is. Hopefully that works for Michael, and he can get on with his forms, and maybe we'll be pouring concrete this week.